Anna and Rachel.
Today we are about to do some mukbang with you guys.
Mukbang.
MUKBANG.
Mukbang. Where does mukbang even come from?
I don't even
like
know.
It's Vietnamese.
Yeah.
We're just gonna assume
It's
Vietnam.
Vietnamese.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
We
funny.
eat, yeah.
As you can see, we're still at the Ritz.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the Ritz Carlton.
Oh, yes. They've been singing that all day.
Hey Alexa, play Ritz Carlton.
Oh my god. So what are we eating?
I'm just vibing in the Ritz Carlton. Got the stick, all the Ritz Carlton. Counting the meal right at Ritz Carlton. Wanna fuck me, baby, pull up at the Ritz Carlton. I'm just vibing in the Ritz Carlton.
Eating, guys.
A lot.
Sushi, chicken, and fried
Fried
rice.
rice.
Yeah. So we love sushi.
We do.
I used to hate
Yeah.
sushi, actually. I didn't even hate it. I never gave it a chance. And I just assumed I wouldn't like it. But listen, we're going to stop doing that. We're going to stop not giving things chances and then saying we don't like it.
I like sushi, but not as much as this too.
Yeah, we go on sushi dates often.
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 If anybody say sushi, I'm there. And chicken, and I'm there too.
We got chicken on our
And
plate.
we got chicken on the plates too as well.
We have a lot to talk about, you guys. We've been gone for a little bit.
Yep.
This is our second mukbang. Did I say it
Why you
right?
gotta
I don't know how to
why-
say
Why
it.
you gotta make the K so emphasized?
This is our second mukbang. Mukbang.
I just hear people say mukbang.
Mukbang.
Yeah.
This is our second mukbang.
Why not?
And we have a lot to talk about. So where are we starting with? Boundaries?
Yes,
Yeah.
so boundaries
Boundaries.
is one that I really wanted to talk about because I feel like we're transitioning into an age
Right.
that boundaries are so important. And like I feel like when we were younger, like at least for me, a lot of my friendships came from my childhood now. So I was so used to like telling everyone everything, but like everyone's in different places. And sometimes you feel like your friendship's changing just because they don't know what's happening every day. And I don't think that's true. I feel like, you know, as we get older, maybe it is good that not everyone's knowing the in and out
Of your everyday
of
life.
your everyday life.
Because also what I found is that if you tell your friends everything as it's happening, you tend to play a fool sometimes. It's like, even like in like relationships, like sometimes you should just stay closed once you figure out what is really going on before you can really go to become public with it.
Yeah.
Even like with jobs and things, like sometimes I keep like job opportunities and things like that
right.
on the low because I'm not even sure how long I'm about to be here.
Right.
And I'm not about to get my friends all excited about something
Right.
if I don't know where it's going. So I don't think it's a bad thing to not tell your friends
Yeah.
things every day. And also
Yeah.
we're busy. And oh girl,
All the time.
yeah, this, girl, that.
Like, girl, what's happening? You've been here on the phone an hour trying to catch up.
Right. I can't.
With me, I think I tell my friends about whenever I'm in a relationship or what's going on in the relationship. I don't tell nobody. I just keep it to
Which is
myself.
another
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. So you can tell your friends about your relationship, but what's going in between you guys, just
Keep it to
yeah.
yourself.
That's what I
Because
do.
sometimes when you do that too, it's like then your friends know too much.
Yeah.
And like I said, when you go back, you play a fool.
Like,
So keep it to yourself.
yeah, like for me, what I've realized is like sometimes I'm like scared to tell Stephanie stuff.
Why?
I'm scared to come up and tell you stuff because it's like, she's gonna be like, oh, another guy.
Yeah,
So like,
already.
oh, another guy I didn't work out with, and I'm like, yeah, I mean,
You know, it's like, yeah, another
Yeah.
guy, but it's like a low judgment zone. Because we be on the same bullshit.
because it's
It's just that
yeah.
Diana gets super excited, girl.
I
She's like,
do.
girl, A, B,
I
and C.
really
and
do.
And now she's getting to the zone where she's like,
Stephanie does the same thing too. I have to set her back.
So
She
it's
does
like
the
I
same-
do it with Stephanie, and
and
Stephanie
she
does
does
it
with
with.
me. And I have to put her ass back in place.
Right.
Yeah.
But I really do I be getting excited because it's like
as you should.
as I should, but then the thing is like give it some time, and the thing is
Right.
what I'm realizing is like dating, especially in this age,
tough.
it's a lot of trial and error. Like somebody might seem good, but then you know, again back to the boundaries. The moment I see you push against the boundary, like I'm at the age where like
Sushi's good.
it's good, it's bomb. That's my favorite
I
sushi
haven't
place.
tried it
But
yet.
I'm at the age where like if I see you do something, it's noted. Like it is noted because not a lot of things that I'm seeing is with my friends, and because of course like as friends we have to look at each other as examples. And I'm not like trying to judge you or anything,
Right.
but whenever we are talking about things and issues that we have in relationships, it's like that sign was there like early on. It's early on. So for me, I start like, I'm starting to be like, noted, and I cut them off. So now the reason why I don't want to tell my friends is because if it's not solid, what's the point? Because these guys been going in and out.
Can we talk about how your cut game, like cutting people off, have like your cutting people off game has gotten so much better over time as you mature.
Yeah.
It should.
Yeah.
No, it should. I feel like if you're in your 20s and like you're actually getting to like mid 20s,
right?
You realize you don't stand for shit. Like the minute you step left, gone. I don't necessarily have to say, hey, I'm done with you, blah blah. It's just me slowly fading away from you.
Right.
Yeah.
Not because I have something against you and how you're moving. It's just that the way you're moving is not how I'm trying to move.
Yeah. Right.
And I have no shit towards the way you're moving.
And that's good for you and whoever you end up with.
Come on now.
But what I need,
come on now.
That's not what you're doing. You know what I mean? And I feel like another thing that I've had to teach myself because of how I attach to people is that rejection isn't personal.
Come on now.
Like rejection isn't personal.
If I could get up, I would. I was just listening to a TED Talk. Come on now. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Are you done?
I know. But I was just like, because for me, I noticed that when I reject certain guys, it's not really like a personal thing to you. It's just like, what I need, you not putting out. And like, that's cool, like, but it's just not what I need. But I would notice like vice versa, when a guy would reject me, I would start to look like, what did I do? And it's like, no. Those are questions we're never going to ask. We're not asking those questions.
I personally reject people all the time. Like, I'm so sorry. That's who I am as a person. So I don't tolerate bullshit. And if I smell bullshit coming my way, I move to the other side.
You know what I want to say about that?
Go ahead.
As I don't know, I'm gonna try to speak for you, but like as you can see that me and Stephanie are still growing towards a relationship, and you're already in one. And I think that like if I were younger and didn't waste my time with certain people, not setting my boundaries, not whatever, I probably would have been where I wanted to be in relationships sooner. You know what I mean? But now I'm over here looking like, my bad, that's
all these guys are wasting time.
Yeah, like a lot of guys are wasting time, and it's like, it's that excitement she's talking about. I used to get so excited when I see a little thing, and so I would hold on for so long because of that little excitement.
And you start to oversee the red flags.
Right,
like,
and I'm
make
in here for time,
Yeah.
wasting time when I could have been like, I see that, boom, on to the next. It's like, you know, I don't know what, some boom, up to the next. What is that?
That's just you waking up.
Something, you know?
That's you waking up.
Noted next, noted next, noted next. Yep.
And like going off of
thank you next.
Even like going off of that, like, no shade to this person I'm about to talk about. Like, you're a cool dude and all. It did what it did.
I'm really trying to see who this is.
It served its purpose. No, y'all know.
Keep going. I'm
College situations. Okay. So, talking about wasting time with the same person. Like, I feel like, don't let the same, not necessarily just for guys, you guys, don't let the same people teach you the same lesson more than once.
No, maybe.
Y'all learn the same.
I need to know what.
Ask yourself this.
I was like, I learned the lesson twice.
Ask them, when you're taking a class in college, right? How many times do you need to take intro to algebra for you to say, fuck this, I don't take this class anymore? But halfway through the semester, you're like, yo, I don't want to retake this shit. Let me get my shit together and start actually learning the content. Right? So if you're with somebody, or if you're in an intimate relationship, a friendship with your family, any type of relationship, and you see that you are making excuses for people, and you're just like, I'm just chilling with it. It is what it is. It is what it is. Girl, you're going to end up taking the class over again because you're not applying yourself to whatever it is that you're doing.
Because you can learn the lesson two ways. You can learn the lesson by cutting a person off, or you can learn the lesson by taking what you learned and moving forward. So there's only two things you can
move forward. And it's like, it took me forever to learn this lesson where it's like, I continue to just stay we talk a lot about cycles. I found myself repeating cycles constantly with the same person where it's like, okay, well, I feel comfortable with you, so fuck it, let's give it another chance. Well, I feel comfortable with you, fuck it, so I'm gonna give it another chance. Whole time, I knew this guy was not the one for me. My sister knew it, my mom knew it, my friends knew it, but I'm out here like, you know what, he's not the one for me, but I feel comfortable.
And every time you went back, did you tell me?
No, this bitch is mean.
Oh my God, it's like when you know, you gotta take that for some. And I think another big thing is,
so run with it. When you know they're not for you, run with it.
When I've put myself in a lot of situations, looking back, I'm like, Danny, you shouldn't have put yourself into that. And so what I've developed and I need to really work on is trust issues with myself. Like trust myself right now.
Wow.
My judgment. Because like she knew that this person wasn't for her and she stayed. You low-key traumatize yourself because it's like I knew and I stayed, so I don't trust my judgment. So when you're with someone now and you notice a thing, you're like, wait, am I actually noticing it? And I should move, or am I putting my past trauma in this situation and I should stay and work towards it? So like for me, the main reason why I'm like, baby girl, you probably need to be single right now is one, I don't want to project my past insecurities and traumas into this relationship because I don't trust myself. And also it's like when I do see red flags or something, I don't trust myself to know like
that's a red flag.
This is a red flag. I'm like, what if I'm bugging? You know what I mean? Because a lot of guys, and this is what
they make you feel like you're bugging.
Yeah, they make me feel like I'm bugging, and that makes me really anxious because it's like, I know I need to trust myself though, because it's like, I know what I'm seeing, and they're like, bro, you're doing too much. And I'm like, and I think that hearing that from guys, and this is why like boundaries are important from when you're younger. I wish I set more boundaries because it's like now I have to heal, and I really want to get to a certain place, but now because of like what I put myself through, now I have to take a healing time. Now I'm slowing myself a little bit down. I mean, it's worth it for me, but it's like I still wish I hadn't put myself in that situation in the first place.
I feel like the reason why I am that way because
which way? Mean?
Cutting people off.
She's not mean. Rachel's just brutally honest. Like, if anything, I feel like Diana and I tend to be more like, let's compromise how we feel to benefit the next person.
Give me a second.
Rachel's like,
it literally goes like this. It's like Rachel's like, fuck that shit, and then Stephanie's like, fuck that shit. And then I'll be like, wait, but first let's see. Let's see first. Let's see. And then Stephanie's like, I see it.
But you still gotta go.
But you still gotta go. And then Rachel's like, I'm not gonna go there.
She's like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. You played yourself in that shit.
Right. So that's how it goes.
I feel like the reason why I am that way is I started dating at an early age.
A
very, very early age.
I don't want to put you out there. Rachel's being a little hoe in high school. Like how you come to me with different boys. This was like,
don't say that.
No. I'm telling too much.
She tried to make it seem like Rachel used to be a hoe. Like Diana comes to me with different boys every 1 to 2 to 3 months about interest. Please don't do that to me. I be having crushes. Don't let her think I'm over here.
Sorry, Diana just has a lot of crushes.
Yeah,
every so often.
Hella crushes. Yeah.
So I have learned my lesson from early dating, and now I am at a place that I feel comfortable and
because you got out of your system,
right?
You know how to detect the good from the bad.
That's really
and
like,
we're still like, damn, like how do I know people from you?
And also, I feel like when it comes to seriously like dating in a serious relationship, she had a head start when we started later.
We did. Hella
so like her lessons that she learned them early on. So this is a question: do you think it's good for kids to date early? Like, when did you start? Because you know what I mean? Like, because now you've matured and you're out of it. Now you're at an age where a lot of us are like, you're in a settled relationship, a committed relationship, and a lot of us are like, we want that, but we started later.
Damn.
So now we're like, you know what I'm saying?
You're really like getting me up here.
Yeah, you start to think about it.
Let's do it. So not girl.
When was your first relationship? Yeah. Like, it was like serious relationship.
I would say it was in 5th grade. I'm not a hoe.
She's not. She was in 5th grade. She was not a hoe. She just kept her options open.
Right. So that was like you would say that was a serious relationship in 5th grade?
It wasn't serious.
Right.
But that's when she first started dating.
It was 2 months relationship.
But I feel like we all had like small boyfriends. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but Rachel had multiple small boyfriends. Like people, how many? Guys, go in the comment section. How many people did you date in elementary school?
That's so funny.
I don't think I did anybody in elementary school. Diana, how many people did you date? How many people did you date in elementary school?
Well, I told you guys about that little boy that I dated for a weekend because he wanted a bag of chips.
You sure did.
I don't think that counts, but in elementary school, I probably would say it was just one. It was like my first boyfriend.
0. Rachel?
I have to count.
You hear me? 1, 2, 3.
Oh my god.
So,
no,
it's
count. I don't know.
She's not gonna remember.
It's less than than 5.
Which is a lot.
That's a lot.
Which is a lot, girl.
I'm probably still getting good grades. Because you're not asking me, you won't get grades. Your grades are just
Yo, my mom found out one time.
My mom found out.
I don't know. I think though Rachel gained so many like advantages from dating early, I feel like kids today are different.
Yeah, they be doing too much.
Yeah, like the 2000 babies.
They look like they 30.
You
They look
guys
older
are
than me.
Yeah.
They look older than me.
So it's like I'm kind of scared because like I have family members and I know people that like are much younger than me that are 2000 babies, and I see them. We're having small events. You show up with a full face beat, full lashes, everything you're wearing seems like you're about to hit the club, and it's like I don't judge people, but.
I don't use to judge.
I don't judge people because I myself, you know, as my mother knows, I myself, like, I like to have fun. I like to be me. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you're like showing up to every single thing, some things you just show up in sweats. I'm sorry. Some things require sweats. Don't be showing up with see-through leggings and
everybody
lashes.
Wants to be their best version of themselves, though.
Yeah. But then
be that, but it's like I want you to act your age, and that's.
So you think the dating early is a no?
I think dating early is a no because then you're encountering you yourself don't know who you are.
Yeah, and the trauma that I'm talking about in relationship is doing early out.
It's heavy. And it's like these 2000 babies. They don't take time to really build up their mindset, like
or who you are.
Who you are. Like I hear a lot of them saying, "Oh, I have depression. I have this. I have anxiety. I have that." But take the time to figure out why you have it. It's one thing to just label yourself. It's another to do the research
and know
to figure out why you think the way you think. So no, don't date early. Date yourself. How about that? Date yourself and see where it takes you.
I think that as a parent, eventually I will lead with, I'm not gonna condone dating, just because if they're gonna date someone, they're gonna take time to be like, if I'm gonna say something to my parents, this has to be a decent person.
This is
so
why.
that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say like, I'm gonna probably say you could go to prom or like homecoming with a guy date. I'm not gonna say like no that way, but what I am gonna say is don't bring anybody to this house on some BS. Like we're not gonna do that.
This is why, guys, when you're dating someone, get to know this person first before you show them to before you introduce them to your parents.
Especially for Africans.
Let them like get to know them before you do that, because once you guys break up, it's like,
you guys,
I told you.
I have a story.
I told you.
I have a story. Whole time I think I've introduced, like I have a lot of guy friends. So my mom and my dad know of my guy friends, just so they don't think I'm out here sleeping with everybody and their mom. You know? So they know that some guy friends, like if you see me walk on a guy, that's not somebody I'm intimate with. That's just legit a friend.
Right.
Yeah.
So the first intimate guy that I introduced to my parents, I told you, I said, bruh. My parents don't play around about this shit. Like African parents, the minute you introduce them to somebody, it means you're thinking marriage.
Yeah.
Even though you're not thinking marriage, they start thinking marriage.
Because that's when they introduce, in African culture, you introduce someone you're married. You don't introduce boyfriend because they're just your friend.
My mom calls them friends. Like, oh, how's your friend doing? Mom, we've been together for 3 years.
That's your friend.
That's your friend. You know? But point of the story is, I told this guy, if you meet my parents, there's no turning back. Like literally, like you had to act right.
Right.
There's no let's date for this short amount of time, break up, blah blah blah.
Right.
Dude said, I'm ready. Like I got it. Like I'm in. Rachel knows. I'm in. But because I was constantly like, this is gonna make me look bad if you don't act right.
I told her not to let him.
So you guys, dude comes, meets my parents. My mom's like, oh, he's a nice guy, blah blah blah. Same time, she's like, he's not the right one for you, but I'm gonna let you play it out. For now, I'm gonna let it play out.
Yeah.
Guys, tell me why a few months later, dude is like, yeah, like, I just wasn't ready for this whole thing. I'm just not ready. I'm like, I knew you weren't ready. You convinced me that you were ready for this.
That's gonna be pissing me out.
And now,
pissing me the fuck
I have to sit in the car with my dad, and every time it's like, oh, how's your friend? I have to say, what friend?
Right. When you choose to be with someone, what I've taken away for right now, this is my number one thing that's a deal breaker. is you need to be able to self-realize on your own. Like Steph knew he wasn't ready, but he convinced her. If he also knew he wasn't ready, there wouldn't be them going to her parents together. So I'm gonna need someone who you know about you before I tell you about you.
Exactly.
Like, you know you're not ready, I know you're not ready, boom. That's it. But not me knowing and you convincing me, and then now guess who looks stupid to her family? Right, so that's what we're not gonna do. So that's my number one deal breaker is I need to have someone who knows about themselves, who can reflect about themselves, who knows this is what I can and I cannot do. I'm not here, I'm not there yet. I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna be there this time. Diana, be patient with me. Or Diana, I'm there with you. Like, I need someone who knows, because a lot of guys, like when you ask them about X, Y, and Z, they think you're asking a lot of questions. All I need to know is, I don't need you to be a perfect person, no sir. But what I need to know is I need you to know where you're at. So you can tell me so I know.
Right. Going off of that, excuse me, I think it's also not taking offense when a guy tells you they're not ready. When a guy says, I'm not ready for something,
rejection thing. Say yes, thank you.
Say yes. Keep it pushing. Say, you know what? Thank you for being honest with me.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying... Thank you for being honest with me.
Yeah.
You know, like, I used to have such a hard time, like, the minute a guy is like, hey, I'm not ready for this, the minute they choose to be honest with me, like going into a relationship or going into any type of friendship, I request honesty.
Yeah.
And then I used to have a hard time like being receptive of
yeah,
that honesty.
you have to be receptive if
so
you're
don't
asking for
so
it,
whatever you ask people for, make sure you are ready to actually digest it and not take offense to it.
Hey guys, this is Rachel from 4 Rains. So make sure you like, subscribe, and follow us back on IG. Our IG name is 4 Rains YT. Before you watch our video or after you watch our video, please scroll down and subscribe, okay? Please, we need a subscription. You can just watch us for free. Thank you.